That old home's still relatively together. Darkness cloaks the world. Never thought I'd see a twing-twang. You need to give the tensioners on the machine head a matching adjustment to get the twing-twang in tune. That sounds delicious. You're full of pluck. There's some bouncy rubber scrap over there. Becoming terminal. Knuckle sandwich. Nighttime is ending. Yes, some e-waste for you. You just found a fixer-upper. Wonder what finally broke it down. Just put one foot in front of the other. Easy. You run like the wind. The land teems with life. You found the MOLYHOLE outpost, an old Pichu tribe hole in the wall. Let's see. Excess. It's a glorious shiny day out here. Someone could probably make good use of that plastic scrap over there. The SURGESURF factory. Keep your eye out for Whiz while you're here. Let's see. Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Whiz should be around here somewhere, probably taking care of his guppos. A SURGESURF factory was one of the cleaner ways to make power, until the surf turned into goo and clogged it all up, that is. The power comes from turning the movement of the surf into surge sparks. Sometimes science is beyond belief. There are sure to be more tracks around here, maybe by the shore. Days wasting. Get to work while you can. Whiz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Whiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod. Whiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Whiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go, but says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths. It was a tragedy, but also sad that you chose to leave. It's a miracle you made it on the outside on your own. That land is harsh, they say. Whiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course. Ultimately, it's your choice. You were the one to be wronged and have lived with the consequences. He believes in consequence as it's a direct result of action. Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate? Maybe that's true for you, but he's not so sure about his own fate. Sad that the world is close to death. Wonders if he might be able to hold out a bit longer in an octopod. Wonders why you felt like kicking the world so hard when it was already down. Fascinated you wound up working with the Jagni. He thinks of them not as makers, but takers. Just wishes they'd collect their own things instead of taking them from others. But that's not nearly as important as this. Whiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths, but there's something else down there too, gnawing at the tree of life. He's named it the Merc Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. but the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you go in. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up MEKAFINGRO in the MEKASTADIUM that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister. Getting that tool will help turn around the situation for sure. It'll definitely help him unshut the hatch. What a wonderful day! Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand. Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Smack! You're injured. Supposedly, mounts like that can smell fear. It's starting to add up. Hates that the world twisted you, says once you still had a chance. Understands you have other... Twang! There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go. Don't want to point a finger, but the MEKASTADIUM is near here. There's a lot on the line here. That's an odd thing, don't you think? Just a few moves left. Make them count. Gross. This place stinks. You need to line up the switches so they match. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. You need to believe how serious this is if you want to have any effect on it. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too. He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick. You need something slick. Well, he means slick as in greasy, so you can lube the hinges of the lid. He can't argue against the fact your fur's shiny. He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out. He knows his old friend Choo-Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you can borrow. He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved the grease sprinkler. The Merc Puff is crunching bark by the minute. Wants you to think of it as a black tar spritzer. The dead zone is full of that slimy black goo. It's good for fuel, but it's also slippy stuff.